I'm Jake.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Danny.
And we're Paffuto.
I love that, right?
What did you guys say something different?
Who said something different?
So we're Paffuto. We're located at 1009 South 8th Street in Philadelphia. Paffuto, so technically in Italian means like plump or chubby, right? And
What's so funny?
he pulled a muscle laughing. That's what's funny. Yeah, and me and Danny, I forgot what we were talking about one day. I think Danny said something about how he's so full. Like, he used to eat so much food at his grandparents' house that he just like roll over on his belly as like a little kid and just kind of wobble there. So we just thought of a big plump belly, and we're like, what is a common theme that runs between the three of us? And there's like big plump tomatoes were things we ate, and we all ate a lot as kids.
Like,
we were all fat.
Just a different language.
We were all fat and we like to eat. That's what the business is named after.
So that's Ryan's art. That was the original branding he sent us from the start. And then it got changed up in the color scheme, and he made more of a illustrated version and added the hoagie at the bottom. So these photos, this was Kate Brokowski's idea. The black and whites kind of just mix it up, but also the framework to match the menus. The main focus we wanted to have was the plump Italian chubby guy eating spaghetti.
So the hutch itself was actually my grandparents'. It was like a bookshelf. The knickknacks are various knickknacks from around the city, from around our homes, our grandparents, our families. There is this wonderful picture that Danny's sister caught of me and Danny.
Oh wow. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I think we were R&Ding our blueberry crostata that day, and I just really liked what Danny had going on with the squeeze of that lemon, I guess. And his sister caught it in the perfect moment.
It was good times. Some good R&D days.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Ted did say we have to play more Christmas music, and I was like, dude, I'm Jewish. I wanted to play. Yeah, I'm Jewish, man. I don't subscribe to all that. You gotta smile like a
All right, I got this.
seasick crocodile. Sorry.
You don't have to.
Good thing you don't have the mic.
Don't worry, you're picking it all up. Where's yours?
Curtis, do you want to talk in the group chat about everything? Love you, Curtis. We'll see you tomorrow. Are you coming at 7 again?
Yeah.
All right, we'll probably be here around the same time.
About 10.
So that one, Jake and I both grew up having it when we were younger, and it was something I never was able to find in Philly. We always had to go to South Jersey to find it. So one day when we were kind of slowly thinking of the idea of getting into pop-ups and doing something during the pandemic when we were only working like 2 days a week or so, we went on R&D day and went and tried 3 different spots in South Jersey. And we found one that was like amazing, and it was just so good. And we thought, why can't we try it? So we did a few different doughs and kind of adjusted it for the last year and a half, and got to the point where we found a structure we really like. And yeah, it's something that we feel like it would benefit the city because it's, we want to offer different styles of it. It could be like the Gobblerati. That was a fun one.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all have interests, right? Like, we all, for instance, Danny in particular is really interested in pastry and learning more in that and growing in that. And I know he said at one point he wanted to go into pastry before savory. So that being said, Danny then kind of takes the reins on pastry, and like that's the focus, and we all work together on it, but it's kind of one of ours like interest. Mm-hmm. So that person will kind of take the lead on it.
For sure. We're trying to, we're all kind of doing everything too.
Yeah, and, but it's all a collective, but it's all like also at the same time what we like to do the most.
100%.
Yeah. And the best part is, like I said, like if somebody's really interested in one thing, then like, say Sam's interested in something, I can then go to Sam and be like, yo, ask him questions about it. And then we just kind of learn from each other and we bounce off each other. It's fun.
Ooh, he is hurting. Sean T is stretching. Sean T is sweating. Put this on a calendar or something. Honestly, I'd say like the history, that was like when I first moved here, when I used to come and visit, I'd always want to go to the Italian market or Reading Terminal, just for all the product, history and everything. And then right now for us personally, it's the convenience. If we ever run out of things or need something on the fly, that's been our biggest resource since, honestly, for most pop-ups too. You can get literally anything you need for the pop-up game there, whether it's packaging, liquor, produce, as everyone knows, meats. Jake was quick to it and kind of got us, which was in a good way, and kind of got us all in that mentality.
I always had the mindset that I wanted to do something, that I always wanted to open something. Working with Danny kind of introduced me to the pop-up game and the food truck game, and we both enjoyed doing it, and we just figured it was another outlet within the industry that was a different side of what we were used to, coming from like an established brick and mortar restaurant or like a fine dining restaurant to go to basically setting up on the sidewalk. It was fun and it was attractive, but learned pretty quickly that it wasn't the most sustainable, and that if we wanted to keep pushing Paffuto and we wanted to keep providing to people that were supporting our business, that we needed to take it to another level. And we danced around the idea of doing a truck. Me and Danny talked about it for a long time.
We still down the road might.
Yeah.
Trying to do them both if we could get a team down the road or a second restaurant office as well. Yeah, we've always, I feel like when all the restaurants we worked at, you're kind of behind the scenes. Even if you're a higher role in that kitchen, you know, no one knows about what's happening or who you are or anything. So just kind of doing it for ourselves now is kind of a good feeling, and
it's rewarding.
That kind of also helped us get closer to wanting to do it when we started to realize people liked us and kind of we had a slight niche in the city. That's kind of what made us realize, like, you know what, we are ready for this. We can do it, and you know, start actually R&Ding and making it happen and turning it into reality.
Philly's a small city, man.
Everyone talks, everyone knows everyone.
You work in a restaurant and end up meeting somebody that knows like 6 or 7 other people that you know or have worked with, and then you can kind of branch off and really connect with people.
It's every pop-up, it's like you see the same people, and that's like been our best part. And our biggest part of wanting the restaurant was we wanted to get into that like 9 to 5 crowd, because that's been the hardest part. Most of our pop-ups have been Mondays and never really weekends and stuff. So like a lot of people in the industry still came out even on a Wednesday. Like it's super cool to me. That's honestly like the biggest part. Yeah, Dave's the busiest guy. Honestly, he's become like the busiest guy I've ever seen. Like he's all over the place. He's honestly like, he's such a good dude, and he's been around for the longest time.
Yeah, it's funny. My brother used to send me videos of him, and then when I finally met Dave at Farina De Vita, the first pop-up, I was like, yo, my brother really is a huge fan of your account. And he's like, oh, let's take a picture and send it to him.
That's
and
so
it was one of the
endearing.
funniest moments I had. It was just like, and it was so natural. He was just so cool and chill about it.
Yeah,
Doing these pop-ups, really, you meet a lot of really cool people.
Oh, that's actually a good story. We have that one too.
Yeah.
That, so Jake and I, one of our first pop-ups was at Mural City, and one of the owners, Nick, he was a CIA guy, so like, I don't know, he just kind of always saw a lot in us, and like kind of actually was a big reason why we all like decided to go into the restaurant mode. He like kind of really encouraged us and really put us in that motion. And one day he literally just said that phrase. He was like, you guys are Italian eats and treats. And we were literally like, that's so catchy. And we were like,
we're using that.
And then we literally brought it to paper and made it happen. It was just Paffuto, Philly, and then it kind of became eats and treats from him. Because we wanted to always have a dessert on our menu. We kind of always wanted to have a different menu for each pop-up. And there's always going to be both sides of it. And that's kind of why we wanted to be all things that are Italian, I guess.
Yeah.
Sam,
No, I don't want to talk anymore.
where are we putting
I don't
our, where
wanna
are we
talk
putting our, where are we putting our planes? On the
I got
tail
you.
for now? 100%.
I think for
You know
me
what I mean?
personally, a lot of
All
that
the
comes
time.
with cravings. Like I'll be walking down the street and I'll be like, "Ooh, I really want this," or "Ooh, I'll smell something." Really funny story. When we first moved to Philly, my girlfriend, we were walking through the Italian market and it was cold and nothing was open, and I felt we were closer to Washington, and she just goes, "I smell tortillas. I smell tortillas." And I was like, "What are you
Ramon.
talking about?" She's like, "Corn tortillas. You don't smell that?" And we followed it all the way down 9th to the little tortilla shop right there where they make the fresh tortillas.
Yeah.
And I think that's definitely a huge part for me. It's just like I'll be on my days off doing whatever, and I'll smell something, and then that'll trigger a thought, and then it just kind of snowballs for me.
I think it went as good as it could have. Honestly, we stayed super late last night just to make sure we wouldn't like kind of screw ourselves, and kind of to set the first week and set our parts and everything. But I think we'll get better every day for sure, and kind of get to the point where we could hire people and make it like a place where people want to work and can learn. And you know, a lot of the restaurants we've all worked, there's like a program almost where you obviously start like garde manger and go up the hotline and stuff, and you learn at each station. So I think that's kind of, we want to create that here eventually, I think, and make it so it's a fun place to be as well.
Yeah, sure.